today we're going to make these super cute little tiny envelopes. This one, the larger one, measures about 2.5 inches wide by 1 3/4 inches tall, and this one measures 1.5 inches that way and about 1 inch this way. Okay, and I'm going to show you a couple of ideas of what you can do with them, but these are super cute and so easy to make. And we're going to make ours out of book page, but you can use whatever paper you have. Okay, I've got some little small fussy cut botanicals here that we can use to decorate, and I also got this out because I hardly ever use these, and we can use these sentiments as well. All right, so in order to get started on this, we're going to need some book pages or whatever paper you're using. We're going to have I'm going to make a couple of these. We're going to have a square cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then the larger envelope is 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, so let me go ahead and put these aside. I'll also show you that inside we have these cute little journaling cards, also made out of book page, that I decorated with some botanicals and a sentiment, and it's got coffee dyed paper on the back. All right, so let's start with the larger one. All I'm going to do, and this is important, if you feel comfortable eyeballing it, you can, but I don't. So I want to find the middle, because if you're off, your envelope is going to be a little bit on the wonky side. Okay, so I'm going to put a line there, turn it around, and do corner to corner this way. And so where these meet is our center. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this side and fold it in just to that line, straight as I can. Crease it. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm not the first one to do this. You've seen this done before many times. Okay, I'm going to turn that around and crease that. Okay, then I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to fold it up, but I'm going to fold it up past this point right here. Okay, be whatever you're comfortable with. This looks like about a 1/2 inch or so. Okay, crease it, and then we're going to do the same thing with this side, but I don't want it to go past that crease right there, so I'm going to fold it in to just about there. If you can see that, it's about I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or so. And you should end up with approximately the same measurements that I said before. Yep, and yes. All right, to show all these creases so you can see them better, I'm going to go ahead and just ink these. I would ink them anyway, but this will help you see the creases and what we're going to do next. So I'm going to very quickly go ahead and ink all of the edges. Okay, I think I have everything. Here's one I missed. There we go. All right, this is my inside, although it really doesn't matter. It just happened to where I put my pencil marks. All right, so yeah, this is my bottom. I'm going to go ahead and kind of figure out. So this is going to go up like this, and I'm going to just tuck this little point in just a little bit till it comes down. And comes just to where it meets these side flaps right there. Okay, let me put some ink on that so you can see that better. Okay, so it's just slightly below that fold. It's not an exact science. You can fold it wherever you want. You can leave it if you want to, if as long as it doesn't go past that line. I like to tuck mine in. I'm going to go ahead and erase my pencil marks because I don't need those anymore. Okay. So we're going to glue those down in a minute, but I want to get rid of these little triangles right here. Okay, so we don't need those. You have some down here as well, but they really don't get in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those little triangles off. Okay, go ahead and do this side. All right, and so that's what we have now. Again, you can cut these off if you want to. I'm not going to. Now I'm going to glue this little flap down. And then I'm going to glue along this edge here and along this edge here. Oops. There we go. It's slightly wonky, but that's okay. All right. So now let's make our little journaling card, and we want to make it just slightly smaller than this part right here. So I have some book pages that I have doubled up and then added some coffee dyed paper on the back so it's nice and stiff and sturdy. So I'm going to mark where I want to cut right there, and then I want to mark where, let's see, let me go ahead and cut this part first. It'll be easier and I won't waste any paper. So I want it to be about that deep. So let me go ahead and make that cut first. And then we have the first line that we made for our width. So I'll go ahead and cut that. And let's see if it fits. And that fits perfectly. Except for the part where I got the glue inside. All right, so that's going to fit in there like that. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this. Okay, and if you want to, you can round the corners. I will say that rounded corners do slide in and out a little bit better. So let's go ahead and put some decoration on here. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Very cute. And then this will tuck in here like this. All right, and you can also decorate the outside of the envelope. It just depends on how you're going to use it. So, got these two things here. And I'm quickly going to make one more. And I'll put this on time lapse. Okay, we'll walk through folding these one more time. I'm going to erase my pencil. These two sides tuck in, okay, and this side goes up. But let's first cut out these little triangles right here and right here. I don't think I mentioned, I'm making my envelopes out of a single sheet of book page. But if your book page is a little on the brittle side, you might want to consider layering it up just to give it a little added strength. All right, I'm going to glue this little flap down. Tuck these sides in, and I'm going to glue right here. I'm going to go ahead and measure this. And I would do this for each envelope because they're not going to be exactly the same every single time. So you might want to just, and this is not really measuring. Super cute. All right, and then we'll just tuck this in here. Okay, guys, and now we have 3 of these. All right, and you can tell by looking at them, they're not all exactly the same. It's all good though. All right, let's do one of these teeny weenies. Again, I'm going to mark my center. All right, guys, that's how quick these are to make. Let me go ahead and off camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and get these glued up and inked up, and then I'll show you how you can use them in your junk journal. Okay, our little envelopes are made. So now we need to make the little journaling cards to go on the inside. So let's see. I still have this left over, and I think that will work for both of them. So let me just mark where I want to cut there. All right, so we have one to tuck in here, and then this one will tuck in here. All right, this is so much fun, guys. You've got to give this a try. So easy to make, and then you can use up a ton of book pages. So let me show you. This is just a tag shape that I have. It could be a journaling card, it could be a tag, but these look really cute glued down here. You could glue it on 3 sides, and you'd have a little pocket back here. You can stack these up and have 2 of these. Okay, again, you could do the same thing on the little one as well. All right, so again, tags or journaling cards. You could also, which I think is a super fun idea, is to take a blank page in your journal. Let's take this music page. This thing is getting so fat. All right, and then you could stack these on your journaling page. in kind of a random order. Okay, and then we can put the little ones on here too. Okay, and then you can have little secret places to journal on inside each of these envelopes, and then you end up with a page decoration as well, which I think is super cute. Again, if you want to create pockets out of these, just glue them on 3 sides, and then you have more places to put tags and things. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. This is so much fun. Today's verse is Mark chapter 11, verse 24. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them." A simple explanation for this is the verse teaches about faith and prayer, not just asking, but truly trusting God. Prayer is how we bring our needs and desires to God. It's a conversation built on a relationship, not just request. You need to believe that you will receive what you ask for. This is about faith and confidence in God, not wishful thinking. It means trusting that God hears you and will respond according to His will. God answers prayer, but not always in the way or timing we expect. His answers come through His wisdom, love, and His perfect plan. And as a deeper meaning, the verse is not a promise that we get everything we want. It's a call to pray with faith, not doubt. Trust God's character and goodness. Align our desires with His will. True faith says, "I trust you, God, no matter how you answer." So how to apply this verse: pray with confidence, not hesitation. Let go of fear and doubt when you bring things to God. Trust that God's answer, yes or no or wait, is the right one. Grow in faith by remembering past prayers God has answered. In one sentence, pray with faith, trust God completely, and believe that He will answer in the way that is best for you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you have any questions about anything you saw me do today, I hope that you will leave your questions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. I really appreciate your support. Until the next time, have a blessed day. Bye.